everyone! In last week's video, I mentioned that I was probably going to have a rant about a national organisation who are opening up in my town, potentially in the new year. Today is that day. Buckle up. So, I live in a fairly small town here in Cornwall, and there is an overarching view of this town. People in it have a very definite idea of what it should be like, of who should be allowed to trade in our town. What I'm trying to say is that Wadebridge is very, very fiercely independent. For example, if a McDonald's wanted to open up in one of the vacant shops we have in town, the response would probably be, "Oh, I don't think so. This is not a town for nationwide chains. We support local." And that has been basically the reaction to any nationwide chain. Yes, we have a few. We have supermarkets and stuff like that. We've even got a Costa coffee, and I'm kind of shocked because there were people who were up in arms about the idea of having Costa coffee here in town because it might put the smaller independent coffee shops out of business. It hasn't, which is great. I'm very pleased there are multiple options to grab a coffee if you're a coffee drinker in this town. But I just wanted to point out that we have a very support local ethos in the town of Wadebridge, which is great. It's great to support small local businesses. I mean, I run a small local business, so I want people to be like, no, we don't want the big chain. We want to support the local person. That's great. Until it becomes a whole other conversation, because this nationwide organisation are potentially opening a choir in January of next year, and they're going to rehearse on a Thursday night. Now, Wadebridge already has 4 choirs: Wadebridge Male Voice Choir, Wadebridge Choral Society, In Tune, and More Harmony. I belong to More Harmony. I'm the assistant musical director of More Harmony. I'm very, very passionate about being a member of that chorus. And both More Harmony and In Tune rehearse on a Thursday night. So the opening of this nationwide choir would potentially take members from us, or if all our members were very happy, which they are, I'm happy to say, and didn't want to go there, it would certainly make recruiting new ones really difficult. Why? Because we, More Harmony, are a not-for-profit organisation. We do not have a bank account with thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds that we can spend on a huge marketing campaign. If we want to recruit new members, we have to go about it any way we can. We have to do what is within our means. Whereas this organisation can put TV adverts, radio adverts, posters everywhere. They've got a massive budget. They've also got a really recognisable brand name, and people are gonna flock to them. Take on here in Wadebridge because they're a national organisation and we support local until we don't. Because that brand recognition that this big nationwide organisation has already come into play. Because despite the fact that on a Thursday night you already have 2 choirs who are here, who are recruiting new members, who are friendly and who will do the thing you want to do, i.e. singing popular songs, when this national organisation were like, hey, we might open up in your town, suddenly from out of the woodwork came all of these people being like, what a great idea! I've always wanted to join a choir, I'll join! I haven't sung since I was in school. This is a brilliant idea. I want to join a choir. Oh, I can't really sing, but what the hell? I'll give it a go. This is exactly what our town needs. Why hasn't anyone thought of starting a choir before? What's that? A choir? I love music. I am there. There's a choir starting? Oh my goodness, we should have had a choir for years in this town. I can't believe we haven't already. I can't wait to join. OMG, I am tagging all of my mates because we are all joining as one big girl group. This is my moment and I was born ready. And considering More Harmony in particular are on a recruitment drive at the moment, you know, we've been doing posters, we've been doing leaflets, we've been doing paid Facebook advertising and free Facebook advertising. We've been writing blogs, we've been doing changes to our website to try and encourage people to attend rehearsals, and we've not really gotten anywhere. We were kind of annoyed because, you see, it's not like I sing with a group that has a terrible reputation. We are well known in town for being A, good at what we do, B, incredibly welcoming and friendly and fun, and C, we are respected enough and known enough in the locality that when it was the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, we were selected to be the choir that sang this special song that choirs across the nation were singing in towns all over the country. You don't get that kind of relationship with your town unless people respect you and know of you and like you. And yet, all these people were like, I'd love to join a choir! What a great idea! If only we had a choir! And I'm like, guys, we're right here! Now, one of the arguments made by a man was that we, More Harmony, are a women's chorus and this national organisation is open to men too. And he was like,
well, you know, you freeze people like me out of your chorus because I'm a man.
Well, all of the comments on this Facebook thread about this nationwide choir opening up in our town were from women wanting to join a choir. If there had been dozens of guys like, oh, I am finally being given the chance to sing, I'd be like, oh, okay, there's clearly a big gap in the market for that. But there wasn't. It was all women.
All women!
So that argument is, you know, useless. It just felt very hypocritical that literally any time we have a national chain come along and be like, we would like to open up in this shop in town, people go crazy. People are like, no, we are independent. We support local. There are empty buildings in my hometown because national chains have been like, oh, well, we'd love to have it. And all the locals have gone, this is a local empty building for a local business. And yet this national organisation comes along and they're like, oh, we're going to start a choir on a Thursday night in Weybridge. Despite the fact that you've already got 2 choirs that operate on that night and, you know, we could quite easily put them out of business, and everyone goes, hooray! If it sounds like I'm concerned or stressed about this, I am. Like I said, we are desperately trying to recruit new singers. We're a tiny, tiny group at the moment. There's like 12 of us or something, maybe 13. We need to have a few more people. And it's not because we are creating a hostile environment. We had a meeting the other day and asked our members, like, what do you love about being a member of More Harmony? What should we be putting out into the world when we're doing our advertising? And everyone was like, it feels like a family. We're really close to everybody here. It's a challenge. It's not just, oh, you know, here, sing in unison and there's a backing track with other voices on, so if you don't know the words, it doesn't matter. You have to know your stuff. You have to actually push yourself. You have to learn your part. And we love that challenge and we love the support we get to complete that challenge successfully. And you might think, come on, Emma, it's music. There's plenty of space for multiple choirs in your hometown. And I would normally say yes, except that days after this news came out, another chorus like mine, an a cappella chorus, a small barbershop chorus got in touch with me because I am More Harmony's public relations officer, and they came to me and were like, hey, are you finding recruitment easy at the moment? Are you getting many people through the door? And I was like, that's weird. They're from a completely different part of the country. So I was like, well, yeah, you know, it's not, we're not raining people at the moment, but we're doing our best. Why? And their answer was, because this nationwide choir has just opened up in our hometown and now we can't recruit any new members and we're really worried about the future of our little independent chorus. So yeah, you know, room for everyone. If by everyone you mean the massive money-making machine. I don't know, I'm not worried that we're going to lose any of our members. Like I said, when we talked about this nationwide choir starting in our town, all of our members were like, no thanks. But it's getting those new people through the door, and doing that is going to be a lot harder when you've got something in your hometown that everyone's heard of and that have this budget to focus on marketing to bring more people in, which we just don't have. And like I said, I do find it massively hypocritical that we are so support local, no national chains in this town, until it's something that we don't care about. What would you do? Let me know your marketing ideas, because I've written absolutely loads and we're slowly going through my list, but you know, you might think of something I've not thought of, so feel free to let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video because I'm just bitter and annoyed. If you enjoyed this rant, feel free to give it a thumbs up. You can click on my floaty head up here if you'd like to subscribe, and last week's video is over there. I am gonna go and think of some more marketing ideas and I'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye!